As we take a look at the maps here, the blue line is the canal of today. The green lines are the old part of the canal, and the canal was straightened in the 1820s to what we see today, incorporating many an embankment, aqueducts and a tunnel. The bit we're interested in today is the bit where the arrow's pointing to, and I'm not quite sure how much of this we can actually walk, but I'm pretty sure we can walk from roughly where it says Tesco Superstore all the way up the right hand part of this big loop. Right, let's see, boat locked up. Let's go for this walk. So if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. 60% of you out there that view my content have not yet subscribed. We're going to come under Bridge 58. There's a mural on the wall here about rugby, of course. That's the game of rugby. Our walk is going to be up along there. That is the old canal way. That's where we're going to be heading. Up just past those orange buoys there. And to get there, we're going to go up over this wooden bridge. Rather a lot of traffic noise here. This is not the way, but I was just going to show you the harvester. So there's the harvester. Point of interest right here. There's a sculpture here made from wood, which is rather overgrown now. There's a sculpture of bulrushes. Run through the bushes here, past Dingness Alley. Trying not to get stung on the way by. Magnificent trees here. Cannot even see right up through the canopy to the top. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here all in a row. I'm assuming they must have been planted. They wouldn't have grown that straight naturally, I wouldn't have thought. Possibly even planted when the canal was built. Although I'm not quite sure, they're 250 years old. There's another one. They're all about the same age. All the way along here. And when I walked up here the other day, it was this bridge that made me realise that it was a canal at one time. Because bridges, unless they're canal bridges, normally aren't numbered. When I see 55A on there, I'm thinking, well, it's obviously a new bridge to get an A added to it. And when you look through, you can see it was designed to still allow boats through here. Then of course, after walking through this bridge, I see an old bridge in front of me. It looks like the balustrade on top is newer than the bridge archway itself. a very nice property bordering the canal here. Just going to walk up and take a look over the bridge. Yes, I think this brickwork is new, although I think the coping stones on top could possibly have been the originals put back. And park just down there and go for a walk along this area. Nice little footbridge here, or raised area, or like a boardwalk. Wow, just look at this beauty. It's some type of conifer. I'm not quite sure what. I'm not very good on identifying all the different conifers. It's a beauty. There's picnicking areas over here. And here's another one, look. Beautiful old trees. Just look at that bark. Continue our walk. We come to another old original canal bridge. Bridge number 56. Yes, looks like that bridge is all original. The other side of this is actually now a hotel. Big signs, private property, no trespassing. But look how that bridge was formed. It's quite spectacular. As we peer through the trees here, I can just get the odd glimpse of Brownsover Hall in the distance. The current building dates from the mid-1800s, which was built in the Victorian Gothic style. This replaced the original mansion that had parts dating back to 1471. The original manor house was owned by the Boughton family until around 1870. What makes this house really interesting for me is the fact that Sir Frank Whittle bought and lived in it from 1936 to 1942. Woodland, of course, is credited with being the inventor of the jet engine. It was not until the 1970s when it was converted into a hotel, which it still is today. This bridge could do with a little TLC. It's lost a couple of its coping stones up the top there. Path has widened out here now, but we're still at these majestic trees everywhere. There's a park area here on my left with parking. And a magnificent horse chestnut tree. You can see in the distance there some factories in the outskirts of Rugby. We're going to continue up along the footpath here. Some little tunnel there. Not sure what that's all about. I'm not sure what this is here. Whether it's a tunnel or an old fireplace or what. It looks like there was some sort of building here at some time. Right, continue the walk now. We've come out into some fields here, or a pasture. It looks like it's possibly public land. Footpaths all over it, and people walking their dogs. But we'll continue. I'm not sure how far away this takes us from the canal, but we will find out. These hazel trees here. Perhaps we'll have some hazelnuts later in the year. We have a kissing gate here. Path brings us back up towards the canal, I believe, and some more modern housing. It's amazing what places you can find on the doorsteps of some large towns these days. Yes, we've come back up to the canal now. Here we have it. Something's causing a disturbance in the water. I see some ripples. Don't see any birds. Perhaps it was a fish causing the disturbance. See over there where a large tree has been cut down, or a few large trees have been cut down, but they've been replaced by saplings, which is really nice to see. A large lily pad here, starting to grow for the season. No flowers on it as yet. We continue now up along the pathway. It's starting to get a little later in the morning now, and I'm not on my own anymore. There's quite a few people now walking around. Saw evidence of some real old trees here though. Some sort of brickwork was here at one time. Possibly a little loading wharf. No idea really, I'm just guessing. We have some old trees here, and this field here must be very old, because we have the evidence of plough and furrow across here. I don't know if the camera's doing it justice, but they're quite pronounced. I'll walk up the mound here, and back into the furrow. The old oak tree here has seen better days. Probably been struck by lightning in the past. Someone's got a drone out, I can hear it flying. It's not me. My drone's on my boat. And we're approaching another gate, which looks like it takes us into a wooded area. So another kissing gate. These of course are designed to stop animals from getting through them. This one has quite a large section in it, so you can actually get out of the way in it. It's sprung loaded, so it automatically shuts, and we'll continue on our way. Forget-me-nots grown here, and of course cow parsley. I would imagine this is a fisherman's trail to the water's edge here. But once again, it's very clear, and I don't see particularly many fish. I don't know what the bottom one is. Here you go. Looks like you've been swimming. Hey, you've been swimming. Hey? There's quite a few walkways through to the canal. There's got to be fisherman trails, but there's very few fish. Perhaps at certain times of the year, fish run through here. I think it does link up to the river Swift up here. That's where the water is coming from. I could be wrong. That's how it appeared to me on Google Maps. After seeing all the hawthorn in flower, I believe this is blackthorn because it has a pink tinge to the flowers. And I think that's the difference. I might be completely wrong. When I grew up, I was told that the blackthorn had pink flowers and the hawthorn white flowers. I could be wrong. As we walk along here, this must have been a beautiful canal in its day to transverse. I'm loving walking it today. Just up through the trees here. That's so beautiful. Just imagine coming down through here on your boat, even today. I just think it'd be quite fun to bring a canoe along. This runs right up into the distance there. Well, I'm getting mainly just me walking along holding the camera shots today. There's been too many people around for me to leave cameras sitting around walking to, and dogs. Don't think I don't have any problem with them being stolen. I just think I might have more of a problem with them getting knocked over and damaged by all the dogs around. And here we have, yes, another kissing gate. Couldn't open it one-handed. Once again, it shuts itself. Listen to the birds singing all day through here. I'm not good enough to identify all the bird songs. I'm pretty sure one I could hear earlier was the blackbird, and I could be wrong here because I know they're a rarity these days. I think the song thrush as well. when I grew up, song thrushes were quite abundant. Used to see them in the garden, coming to the bird table all the time. Here we have 3 rather majestic old oak trees here. Actually, there's more than 3. There's a line of them again. I'm assuming once again these have been planted. I'm guessing after the canal, because you would never have brought a canal boat along here at the time, because the trees would have got in the way for the tow rope. Well, this gate appears to be left open. Not only is it left open, it's wedged open, so I assume that's the way it's to be left. It looks like we have another modern bridge here. Bridge number 57. Let's see if we can get through to bridge number 57 and see some of it. Other people have walked up through here by the looks. And yes, even being a newer bridge, it's still got some cracks in it. This is a farm bridge, I'm assuming. Well, my idea of calling it a farm bridge, I believe, is definitely correct. I'll actually walk down and come up the farm track for you. There's the farm track leading off down to a gate over the far side there. More evidence of civilization in the background. We have a cattle crossing. These of course are designed so animals cannot walk across them. Their hooves will get trapped in between the bars. They learn very quickly and they don't do it. And the actual gates here, another way these are closed sometimes, have a weight on there, and the weight of the, well, it's not working, but the weight is designed for the gate closed. A little bit out of balance. The farm track continues up that way. I think it's a footpath as well, but we're going to continue down along the canal. You can climb over the fence here and go that way, but I'm going to go the easy way, where I saw there's a footpath around the bottom of the cattle grid. This has become quite a spectacular walk for me this morning. I've no idea how much of it we can actually walk, and it seems to come to an end up here. This is Brown's over here, which has obviously become quite industrial as well. Although I believe there were wharfs along here for Brown's over. More majestic oak trees. Just a line of them along here again. Aren't they beautiful? Be a bit careful walking under this branch here. It looks a bit of a widowmaker to me, with all the rocks taking place in it. So we'll get under that one quickly. Just see glimpses of the canal through the trees and bushes here. More evidence of ridge and furrow. The last time I saw the ridge and furrow like this was just as you come out of Braunston on the northern section of the Oxford Canal. I think I'm going to make this the end of this walk. I was hoping to walk to the end of where it's in water, but I don't want to walk through all those singing nettles. I'll have a quick look, see if I can skirt around them. I've come to another cattle grid here, with a gate beyond it. There's nothing on the gate saying this is a walkway, a footpath or anything. So I'm going to come to the conclusion that it's private, although it doesn't say so. I've made the decision to end the walk here. It's a bit unfortunate, but I'm not going to go onto private property. Where there's footpaths, I will follow. Where there's not, I will stop. So while I'm out in this beautiful countryside, I'm going to bring the video to an end. Thank you all very, very much for watching. I'd like to thank all my new subscribers, and of course all of my Patreons. Without your support, a lot of this filming now wouldn't be possible. So it just leaves me to say, thank you very much for watching. Trevor out.